If you are a 1, you cannot expect to lead 2s, 3s, 4, 5s. If you're a 1, you can only lead 0s. It doesn't make you a bad person. You just need to focus on 0s. The problem is you are 1 trying to lead 3s. But when you become the right person and you become a 10, you become a leader. Why? Because 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, they follow you. So listen to me. When we leave, I'm going to walk you through some stuff, but before we leave, I just need you to be the right person. So I was listening to a young lady, on Instagram with my wife, and she was like, well, why do men do this, do this? My wife was like, I don't know why my wife was talking to Instagram. I was like, sweetheart, she can't hear you. But my wife was like, young lady, you're not dealing with men, you're dealing with boys. So you're having problems. And I said to my wife, I was like, wow, we've been married 31 years. And as I became a man, my wife started doing things that she wouldn't do when I was a boy. And my professors started doing things they wouldn't do when I was a boy. And businesses started doing things for me that they wouldn't do when I was a boy. But when I became a man. And so for those of you who, I don't want you to think leadership is you're over somebody. I don't want you to think leadership is a title, because it's not. Leadership is you become. So I want to say it one more time. We're going to get started. Kia said to me the other day, I was speaking somewhere, and he was like, a marriage thing. And he was like, man, I can't wait to get married. I was like, whoa, relax. He's like, I'm trying to find love. I was like, you can't find love. Like, it's nowhere. Like, if you could find it, I would tell you where it is. But you can't find it. I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to spend time becoming a man. And somewhere in this world, she's becoming a woman. I don't know when it's going to happen, but somewhere you're going to be somewhere doing man stuff. And she's going to be in the same room doing woman stuff. And y'all go, as a matter of fact, here's what blew my mind, right? I just figured this out about 3 or 4 years ago. I've been with Dee Dee since 90 we got married, 87 we started dating. Some kind of way my wife and I were talking about 3 years ago. And I come to find out that my wife's mother was close to my family. I didn't know her. And my wife was at the same funeral with my 5-year-old cousin when he died. I was about 7 years old. She was 6. We were literally in the exact same location at 6 and 7 years old. We both were at the funeral, but we didn't get married or meet each other then because we were both kids. But when we both grew up and realized what we wanted to do in our lives, we collided at a church and we went to college together and got married after our freshman year. Today is about becoming. And once you become, you won't. So I'm not number one in the world. Listen to me. I see you. I'm not number one in the world, guys, because somebody told me to go on YouTube. Nobody told me to go on YouTube. There was a recession. Ford, GM, Chrysler went down, and I just thought, what up? I just started motivating people on Monday. It's your boy, E.T. Bump, thank God it's Friday. There is no thank God it's Friday without thank God it's Monday. You don't have no money on Friday if you ain't went to work on Monday. There's no partying if you broke. So let's not focus on Friday. Let's focus on Monday, because if we have an explosive Monday, we can have a phenomenal weekend. And the world started listening to my stuff. And then I went from doing it on Monday because the world was loving it. I'm walking through the airport. People like, what up? Do that thing you do. I'm like, what? The what up? I'm like, that's corny. Like, bro, I'm from the D, bro. I don't be just walking around doing that. I just do that. That's like asking JJ Dynamite every time he walking around. Like, bro, I don't do that, bro. That's corny. They was like, no, do it though. And I was like, all right, what up? I'm in the airport feeling crazy. What up? It's your boy, E.T. And the world started loving it. So guess what I do? I started doing it every day. And then I started doing it twice a day. Then I started doing 3 times a day. That's just what I'm saying. 120. Nobody told me to do that. I just started developing. How did you get so much content? I was just reading a whole bunch of books. What makes the great great? I was just reading books. So here's what I need you to do for me. I need to develop the whole you. Why? Because when you look at this building, right, this is crazy. On the left side, this is what the building looked like. on the left side. And I wish you could see the big pictures, like palm trees, the ocean is right there. This is in Miami. It's beautiful. But when you look on the left side, what happened was somebody was more concerned with the glass on the outside. Somebody was more concerned with the countertops. Somebody was more concerned with the marble floor. Somebody was more with the chandeliers. And they came in and saw it and spent thousands of dollars to be in this. Somebody didn't do the real work. And one day, because they didn't do the real work, the whole building crashed down. You say, Eric, the whole building didn't crash down. It's just the right side. Listen to me very closely. When the right side came down, guess what happened? Everybody lived on the left side got out of it. So the whole building crashed. What I'm telling you today is you can make money if you want to. And if all you do is make money, I promise you, you're going to crash. Why? Because money does not solve every challenge. When my wife got MS, I couldn't just sprinkle money over her. When my wife got MS, we had to go to prayer. We had to go to God. And people said, when Dee Dee got MS, Eric, it didn't look like it bothered you. What happened? I said I had been praying for 20 years at 3 o'clock in the morning, every day, 20 straight years. So when she got sick, I just got up the next day and took it to God. And if you see Dee Dee today, you wouldn't even know she had MS. Why? Because prayer saw some things money can't. But I can't. But listen to me very closely. I cannot go to the gas station and pray over my tank. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be some gas. So I'm not saying one is better than the other one. I'm saying when we die, if there is a heaven, you can't take your money there. I'm saying health, right? Right, listen to me, what? Mass, if that's what it takes, I don't know. But I wake up every day and I'm worried about my immune system. I'm doing 30 minutes on the Peloton. I'm running a half hour a day. Listen to me, I'm taking vitamin D, vitamin C. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm getting my cardio up. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't just one thing. You can't just do one thing. You have to be balanced all around. You can't just be obese and just take a shot. So listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you the truth. I could be like an entertainer and tell you a lie. You got to do the whole thing. Why don't you develop you? Why don't you develop you? They've developed a company, a phenomenal company. Now it's time for you. Listen to me very closely. I don't care how much money I give you. You're going to blow it if you're not financially developed. And what do you mean by that, Eric? Here's how I blew up. I blew up because just maybe last 2020, my wife MS, so I moved her to California only in the winter. It's a vitamin D deficiency, so we live in California in the winter. It's rough in Detroit on her body. Listen to me very closely. I live in listen to me, when people come to my house, they like, yo, you the number one motor. My boy Willie Moe Jr. just came. He was like, you E.T. And he walked in my house like, bro, you live in a 2,300 square foot home. I was like, actually it's 2,278 square feet. Not quite 2-3. That's how I blew up. Because I never bought a house to impress people. I bought a house to take care of our needs. No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a big house or a mansion. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you, when I bought my house, I didn't buy for you. I bought for us. I didn't buy so you could come over and go, whoa. And so when my boy left, he said, man, E, I've never seen that in my life. I was like, seen what? He was like, the peace that's in your house. That's whole. He didn't say nothing about the car. He didn't say nothing about the 2 paintings my wife had that she bought from Home Goods. He didn't notice the Home Good. He didn't notice the artwork. It took her hours to find those pieces. He said, I never got that type of rest before. There's a spirit of one accord in your home. There's a spirit of peace in your house. So I need y'all to do me a huge favor. Need you to do me a favor. Don't hang your hat on one area of your life and think you're successful. Listen to me very closely. My grandma taught me when I was young. My grandma had 14 kids who all had kids. You can eat as much food as you want at the house. But if I swear, if one of y'all little jokers take something out this house, you get in the business in front of your mama. Don't take no food out of my house. You can eat as much as you want when you here, but do not pack a plate. And most of y'all running with people who, when you fix food, they come to your house and take it to go plate. They don't bring nothing. They not trying to help you. All they in your life to do is take. And you wondering why your life messed up, because you with takers. You done made a whole spread, and they just coming in. They can't even say, they don't have the decency to say hi and thank you. God told me to tell you, your life gonna go to a whole nother level if you just get rid of folks who bring it in to go containers. Oh, I wish they could catch me. I wish you could catch up to what I'm saying. You not honoring your craft. You're not honoring your beginnings. Everything I needed to learn to do what I'm doing right now, everything I needed to do to become the #1 motivational speaker in the world, I passed all those guys that don't look nothing like me. I passed those dudes, all of them who grew up in a two-parent background, all of them who had money. I passed all of them. Why? Because of what I learned in the GED program. See, mama can't. There's certain things when you're privileged that mama can buy you, but you can't buy grit, and you can't buy grind, and you can't buy resilience, and you can't buy heart, and you can't buy that dog. I got this dog for being homeless. I got this dog for being homeless. I got this dog from teaching kids who was in the hood how to understand math when they didn't. I taught them boys how to read, and I had to do it over and over and go home and do it over and over and over and over. And I did it for 3 or 4 years, and I didn't make no money. So when I'm getting paid now, I got that dog. I'm getting paid now because the homelessness didn't break me. The trash cans didn't break me. And the reason why people love me today is not because I'm a great speaker, but they all say how humble I am. I ain't humble. I was broken. I ain't humble. I got broke. You can't be arrogant when you know you used to go to church stinking because you was homeless and you weren't brushing your teeth. I got humble. I got humble when you eating out of trash can. I got humble. I'm trying to tell you, God gave you a gift. So what? You got to use it in church for right now. So what? You got to do it for free right now. It ain't always going to be free, Joseph. It ain't always going to be free, Joseph. Your brothers you ain't going to always be under your brothers, Joseph. One day they going to bow down to you, Joseph. So you got to start in Potiphar's house. You got to start in the prison. But one day, you're going to listen to me very closely. One day, you will do the exact same thing. You just will do it on a bigger level. Go back and read the Bible. Joseph didn't do anything different than he did in Potiphar's house. He didn't do anything different in prison. He did the exact same work. But because he used what God gave him. So do me a favor, some of y'all in this room, you left daddy and you need to come back home. Listen to me. The reason why I'm telling you to come home is because you left daddy and you ain't no better off when you left. Ain't nothing happening in your life that should keep you from coming back to the home other than somebody being real with you and telling you get your butt back home. So there's a group that you were churched, you were, and you left God because you wasn't feeling the trainer. You wasn't feeling the trainer. You weren't feeling the regimen he put you through. You weren't feeling the process. You weren't feeling how he did it. But let's be real. How he did it works. It works. The stuff I hear at 3 o'clock and what daddy tell me to do, sometimes it don't make sense. But it does not have to make sense. He's Alpha and Omega. I tell my babies all the time, it ain't nothing wrong with helping, but you can't help when you ain't got nothing. You got to have something first before you can help somebody. I couldn't do this if I was broke. The plane tickets cost money. The hotel I'm staying at in Buckhead costs money. I couldn't do this if I was broke. I couldn't be a blessing of you if I was broke. And most of y'all, you broke and you trying to bless somebody when you broke. You ain't that desperate for company. You can't be that desperate to have somebody at your house. And he keep eating at your house but going to stay at her house. I'm just trying to help somebody. He coming to get a plate from your house, but he's sleeping at her house. She coming to get a plate from your house, but she's sleeping at his house. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a plate, boo, but you're gonna have to stay. You're gonna have to at least stay. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put it in so you can understand. And so God is blessing you, but the little resources you got, you're giving them away. And so what you're gonna have to learn how to do is you're gonna have to learn to bring people in your life where it's mutual. You got a bunch of parasites in your life. And what parasites do is suck up everything, and then they move on. Once they kill you, they move on to the next. They ain't even went to listen to me. Most of you in this room, the people you calling friends and you close to, you gonna die and ain't even gonna show up to your funeral. They won't even be there. You ain't as close as you thought y'all were. Go ahead and take ownership of your life. It's yours. Don't nobody owe you nothing. I'm keeping it 100. Like, I don't mean nothing bad, but like, I'm doing it. Somebody text, E, where you at? I'm ministering. I can't answer your call right now. I don't talk to you for a month. Like, you got two types of friends. You got one group, you don't talk to them for a month because you grinding, and they like, oh, he grinding. You got the other group, why he ain't called me? I'm like, what? You ain't called, you just, what's going on? You a taker. At no point did you pray. Source is not your job. Amen. The source is not your man. The source is not your degree. The source. That's why I don't really do that Dr. Thomas stuff. I ain't trying to not be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be big. I'm like, I just want to be careful because some people, Dr. Thomas, like, I ain't mad if that's what God told you to say, but I'm just not trying to take God's credit. Like, because God been blessing me all this time. And some people say doctor, like he made it. No, I made it before. I made it when God said I made it. I made it alone. I made it with the GED. I had made it. I made it when I was homeless. I made it. Why? Because God said, you are a son. You my child. You ain't got to do nothing else. You ain't got to get a degree. You ain't got to do nothing. You my son because you my son. And I'm just going to bless you because the rain falls on the just as well as the unjust. You ain't got to do nothing for me to love you. You ain't got to do nothing for me to hook you up. You my daughter. You enough. You enough. That's why you done ran through 4 men, because you don't know you enough without a man. You enough. If you never get married, you enough. If you never pass that law degree, you enough. If you never become a doctor, you enough. If you never get married, you enough. If you never have a child, you are enough like you are. And that's why God created you. You are enough. And God say, come on home so I can take care of you. You got these no good Negroes taking care. Let me take care of you. You worry about some job, they killing you, and you going to that job like you a slave. God said, let me take care of you. I gave you a gift. Your gift will make room for you. I gave you a gift. You ain't got to run up behind them.